welcome back to Project Divi. I thought the last episode was going to be the last one for now, but it turns out it's going to be this one, probably. I've got a few things to do. I want to change this tank pad because it's a bit worn and nasty. I've got some rim tape, and I'm going to talk about rim tapes, and I've just got to change the rubber on the gear shifter. First thing though, I want to put this on here. Now I'm lucky that I have one on here already. It looks like it is in the centre, but what I've done to try and help me is I've tied a string in the middle of the bars, got the bar straight. If it comes through that nut in the middle and through the middle of here and then comes straight down, mark it. And I hope that's going to give me enough to be able to get this even. And the trusty hairdryer comes into play again. We have quite a colour difference. I want to look at that. I just want to try and clean this up and see how obvious it is. Using a little bit of rubbing compound. Okay, you can't see it. It was just because it had an outline. That's good, but I wouldn't even rub my line off. That's what I mean by pulling an edge off and checking the paint colours, because you might end up, this looks bad, but that on with fadedness would look worse. Cool. Right, I'm just giving it a clean to get the glue off, a bit of WD-40. Hopefully this will work and I won't have to resort to brake line cleaner on the tank paint. Okay, I am using brake cleaner. I've got to degrease it anyway, so I think top first and work the way down. Oh, it's so lucky you can stick and unstick these. I think it went off from here, slightly off in the wrong direction. That's pretty damn close, I'm going with it. Now I'm going to do the reverse thing. We're going to heat it up just to get the glue to soften and then press it down. Obviously if you heat the glue up, you get a much better stick overall, you get the air bubbles out, but also you get the seal of the edge really good, because if you get any water coming there, it'll lift the rest off. If you get that edge good, it shouldn't ever come off until you want it to. Nothing too special, nothing too expensive or anything, but it looks a bit more modern. It's got it's black with like a silver sparkle in it, which actually matches in with the paintwork, which is good. Give it up. Jesus, what is this stuff? Nope. I can't be asked to find scissors, so I'm MacGyvering this. Put the cloth through the string. Gives you something to pull on. MacGyver. Okay, so we've done hard ones. Let's do an easy one. The shifter rubber, as you can see, is completely worn away on two sides, it would seem. Easy one to change. I picked up this from Haslemere motorcycles, actually, because they haven't had one in stock, and as you can see it's just the right size, and it actually is for a Yamaha, so that's good. Easiest way to get these off, just cut it off. Ow! That's seen better days. So, new one. You can warm it up in hot water if you need to. I hope I don't need to. I'm just going to put some WD-40 on it. Lube up the mushroom tip, and it should, with some force, got a lot of grunting, starts to go. Come on. Oh, it's coming through. There. Oh, that's better. You might notice my old keychain's back. P187, represent. Hashtags biker hunks stick together. You'd have to be on my Instagram to understand that joke. Okay, so rim tape. As you can see, this has got quarter rim tapes. They are red and white with Yamaha written on them, and they look crap. So I want to do full rings, and being seen is always good, so reflective is the way I was going to go. Now, I ordered some on Amazon that were $9.99 reduced to $1.99. Yeah, I know that sounds a bit iffy. And the same day or the next day, this company contacted me and said, hey, do you want to check out some rim tapes we have? So, I have both, basically. So this is the ones from Amazon. These arrived, as you can tell from the wrinkles, rolled up like this, shoved in an envelope like that. They look alright, but equally, that's a very big diameter for a 17-inch wheel, the curve on that. I don't even think I think they're for push bikes. Anyway, ldmotorcycles.co.uk said, try out this rim tape that we've got. This is this ultra high reflective stuff. You will have seen these pictures on Amazon and stuff, and I questioned it. I was like, for real? And apparently this isn't Photoshop, it's just a photograph. It is extremely reflective, and noticeably more reflective, let me get it out, than this stuff. Though it might be hard to cross over, although you can kind of see the way that's just reflecting colours and stuff, and this just doesn't look like it's doing much at all. So this should be the Shizne. Oh, look, got some stars, some little stars and some little circles. This is £25, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it does look really good. So now I've got to get the old rim decals off. Again, hairdryer, heating, etc, etc. That was a bit messy. Brake cleaner to the rescue again. It says in the instructions that wet application method is not advised with these. And they say basically use an edge if you've got one to give you a rough guide. Overlap by 5 to 10 millimeters, and you should find yourself fine. Well, let's see about that. Well, there's one. I guess we just keep going. I'm using the lines printed on the tape, trying to get this lined up correctly, in the hope it will then follow the same curve. And then I'm just sort of going a couple of inches at a time and keeping it to the line that I want, because you can steer it a little bit. It would be much easier to do if you could take the wheel off, and I probably should have done, but I'm completely arse faffing with all that. And I've done an alright job. You have a few tries, because it will stick and unstick, but obviously the more you do that, the more chance you're going to have problems with it in the future. But yeah, it looks alright. I don't think most people would even notice unless you really scrutinise. Is that exactly in? Is that exactly in it? I'm impressed. They're good. Links in the description if you want to get some. They come in all sorts of colours there. Got like yellow and green and orange and blue and white, and it looks silver in the daytime. But you can actually, I don't know if the camera's going to pick up too well, but you can really see it sheening in different colours because it's that reflective. So at night, if you look for videos of these, it looks like it's glowing. So yes, in truth, I have just done one rim. I've now got to do the other three, so I'm not going to record all that because you don't want to see it 4 times. But if I come up with any techniques or anything, I'll let you know about them. The only other thing I want to do is I want to give the bike a bit of a rub over with some rubbing compound, and this was just cheap turtle wax rubbing compound. Okay, that wasn't the easiest job I've done, and it wasn't the hardest. You've just got to make sure you start off right and see where the tape naturally wants to go, and you can sort of deviate that up and down very slightly. Now I'm going to have to think of a way of trying to show this off. Lights off, I'm guessing. Okay, believe me, I'm not lying, that is significantly brighter, sort of reflecting, than it looks on the camera. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe it's the angle, I don't know. Been over the bike with this, which is just a light rubbing compound that basically just helps you remove light scratches and dirty marks, like where the where the luggage was kept on it, there were some straps marks, they're gone now. The Jitty Man, I'm going to put a link to his channel in the description. He happens to have access to the rear halo, the grab rail that belongs to this bike, and he's going to send it to me. I'm going to pay him the postage and everything, but he said, you know, you're welcome to it. Fantastic, because it means I don't have to replace that rear light straight away, because... So the thing is, it basically attaches here, and it's the same shape as this, and it meets up over the top, so from the top you don't see the light. and then from the side you'll see that there's part of the bike goes with it. So the further sticking out bit isn't the tail light because it is a bit excessively big. You can buy aftermarket ones, but they look about the same size. So having that halo on there should sort that out, plus it means that when my pillions do ride, I'll have something to hold on to. And yes, I do take pillions. Someone else said to me, God, you've got to remove these. Well, if you actually look, these are attached to this, which is attached to this and this. So all of this is one part, including my pegs. So you could take these off, and I'm sure they make sets to put, you know, foot pegs in place, but then I'd have no pillion pegs, and I do need them, because I do take pillion regularly. One thing I haven't shown you is the belly pan. I've resprayed this. It was completely chipped before. The reason I didn't show myself doing that was quite simple. I thought it was plastic, but it wasn't. It was rubber, and it is rubber. It's very flexible, and it was always designed to be black. You're not supposed to spray paint rubber things. It doesn't like it, and that's why the paint chipped off. So what I did was I scraped all the paint off, which wasn't difficult to be honest with you, teed up the surface as much as I could, and then I used a plastic primer, which basically, and I did several coats, so it should give me a more flexible bottom layer, and then did about 8 or 9 really thin coats of white spray paint. Really, I should put a lacquer over the top of that again, but to be honest with you, if it's going to chip, it's going to chip. So I might work out what I'm going to do that with in the future. If that lasts, then awesome, and I'll leave as is, because I do quite like it. So the next video you're going to see is a reveal. You can kind of see it here now, but we'll do a fancy reveal, because we all like to do fancy reveals. Which means I'm going to quickly go over the thing again with some muck-off speed polish and just polish it all up. Now I've gone over the rubbing compound and taken all the old polish off. And that's basically it for now. I can confirm I do have an exhaust coming in. It is coming soon, but there is going to be a couple of weeks before that's done, because I need to keep spraying these header bolts with WD-40 to help them come undone when we need to. I've got to wait for new header bolts to arrive. Nuts, shall I say. They're studs with nuts. The nuts, I've ordered new nuts. We're going to try and keep the original studs because we should get them off. The exhaust is due soon, but I'm not going to do it until I've got Derek. Just in case something does go wrong in the fitting, it means I'll always have a bike to make videos, even if I have to wait a few days for some new studs to come or for us to do the work or whatever. The exhaust is going to be amazing. Stainless steel headers with an underslung carbon fibre can at the rear. Same sort of setup as here now, but it's going to sound so much better. But as Project Divi goes, it's pretty much there now. I'm sure I'll make little changes here and there in the future. So thank you very much for watching Project Divi. It's not over, but this block is, because we need to get back to doing some normal videos. I've got some other bits and pieces coming up. One thing I will say is that doing this series has opened a few doors and introduced me to a few people I've not met before. And from that, some good things should come in 2017 I'm really looking forward to. So thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Remember to like the videos. You can go back and watch the previous ones. Hoodies and T-shirts available. Not this T-shirt, this is like the other Divi one, this is a one-off special. And of course, thank you to everyone who supported the channel and made Divi here possible. And of course, fixing Derek. To the point that 2017, we've got 2 tip-top bikes. It's going to be one hell of a year.